Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday. It's April 9th, and this is 5A. Welcome to today's episode. Today, we can call it 5A in the Chamber of Secrets or something. We should give them all titles like Harry Potter books because I feel like these videos probably get kind of repetitive. So maybe we could give them different names. Anyway, in today's edition, we get to do some math. We get to do dividing fractions, but we're going to divide them by whole numbers. And we're going to have a Zoom meeting about that today at 9:15, which is not too far from now. There's a little worksheet that I was just going to work through the problems together. Just each, number one, we can all kind of do together. Number two, I think the worksheet explains it pretty well too because it has some pretty good examples. Anyway, you guys will see. In language arts today, we're going to do some reading, and we're also going to, we have a little grammar lesson on commas and semicolons. We've been talking about commas, how to use them in different situations with tag questions and direct address and things. Today, it's sort of taking it a little farther with semicolons. And there's actually a Brain Pop video that explains it pretty well. Because commas and semicolons, they're sort of used in the same way sometimes, but there's differences between the exact reasons. So some situations you use a semicolon, some you use a comma. The video will hopefully explain it a little bit better. In English today, as far as the English lesson goes, I have another video where I sort of explain it a little bit more, but we just have to answer some questions about the story so far. Mostly about Augie and some of the people that he's met. So we just have to copy the questions down in our notebook, write down the answer the best that we can, and send a photo to the teacher at the end of the day. If you want, you guys can work together too. You're much better with the technology than I am. So if you guys can connect with Line and things and you want to work together, that's more than encouraged. I'd welcome you to do that. In social studies today, we have another Zoom class, 2 in 1 day. Exciting. In that class today, that one's at 12:45. We sort of started talking about the Civil War, and it is a really big event in American history. So much that there's a lot of people that were in it. It was a big war, and it was all Americans that were fighting. So whether you were on the winning side or the losing side, they were all famous people in American history. So I was thinking we could each learn a little bit about a famous person from the Civil War, and then write down a few things about that person. When they were born, what they were famous for, where did they live, any exciting facts. I have a sheet that explains step-by-step directions on just what to do. And I also, in the daily lesson plan, there's a list of every student's name and a famous person from the Civil War. And that person next to your name is the one you get to research and write a paragraph about. So I'll explain more of that here in a little bit, 12:45. And that's basically it for today. You guys are doing really well. I'm excited that we're going to have a math class today because that one I think is one that I would like to ask you more questions, I think, than some of the other classes because it's hard for me to understand where you're at. So it'll be good today to all connect and we can all get on the same page. So I'll see you there soon. I hope you all have a wonderful day and take care, everybody. Bye-bye.